My first question was, if we consider ourselves Hindu and we say that all people are created equal, all animals are created equal, everyone's equal because we all have the same Atma and all of that, then why is it that we keep segregating ourselves? We say he's Christian, he's Muslim, he's whatever, he's Brahmin, he's whatever.
When you talk about, well, why do we need an identity? Frankly, I defined my identity only after I came to America and understood that the Americans expect me to have an identity. I can either deny it, in which case they define my identity, or I can claim an identity, and in which case I define my own identity. So the choice in America is not an identity-less society, because the rest of Americans are not identity-less. So if that is the nature of the Kurukshetra and the nature of the society, as a realistic person, I have to just accept that that's what it is. And I choose to create a positive identity for myself, which I can project, which I can define, which I can live in, because that's what Americans expect everybody to be, is to have a certain identity. American identity shifted from Englishman to Christian to white. Yeah? And then became, then the idea of what is meant by Christian has also evolved. Previously, the Irish and the Italians, the Catholics were excluded, and then they had fights and violence, and before they were allowed to become classified as white mainstream Americans. And so the religion of America shifted from Protestant to Christianity, because Catholics got included. And there's a book called How the Irish Became White, which I'd like one of you to read. You really understand the identity formation in America. And then there is another one called How the Jews Became White Folks, which also I recommend you to read. Because until 1940s and 1950s, the Jews did not think of themselves as white people. This is a Jewish anthropologist writing a book saying that her grandmother's generation did not think of themselves as white people, and nor did the white people think of Jews as among them. So there was a very clear delineation of us, them, and hence the identity had to be fought for them to become white. So this is the trajectory of becoming assimilative. So every Hindu and every Hindu leader should first understand how prior groups of immigrants had to deal with identity issues, which we now have to deal with.